What a perfect intro, man, for Don. So what that guy was saying is, who cares what they say? Don't watch them anyhow, and you got to stay loyal. You never play number two because people out here playing romance scams on people and stuff like that. One thing about the Wells, despite all what they've been through, that's a strong couple. It's a strong couple. It's a strong couple. You have your opinion about them. I mean, just hit the link and tell us tonight. All the channels desperately asking Mr. Wells to come on their panel. He's here to answer all. So here's the rules. I'm going to be civil. I'm going to be civil. If you come up and you have nuts, if you actually have a pair of testicles, or whatever your pronoun is, or a vagina, I'm going to be civil. But I'm calling on the hate channels. You don't get to use this for clout. Yeah, I made a post last night, so we're gonna start with that. Welcome, Don. Welcome. I made a post last night. There seemed to be some miscommunication, so I'll clear that up right now. I made a post. I said that Don will answer all questions tonight from the hate channels. But in the post, I said, on my community, I said, I'm excluding Doug out on this one. Because, look, I understand there's a lot of people who do true crime and everything. Look, we may not have the same view. There's no issue there. If you feel some type of way, and as long as you're not bashing the family, I'm not mad at that. That goes for everybody. I'm not mad at that. There's channels I like a lot. Okay, that fall right in there. Okay, but I made a post that I'm going to exclude Doug from this one. I'm excluding Doug from this one. Okay, I don't feel as though he's in the category. People may disagree with me. I'll have to figure it out. But I'm just telling you what's happening. And apparently last night on his live, I don't know. I talked to him today. He misread my post. Which is fine, but I did state it kind of like blunt. On the live, he says, I'm doing this for money and this and that. Look, any day of the week, you want to go AdSense for AdSense and show the people, I have no problem at all. If you want to, if we can get a calculator, because you are beating me on stuff. Please don't call me live. Hold on. Give me a second. Just tell me. Anytime we go show AdSense for AdSense, we get the calculator out and get you to be down to 12 point. You can do the calculations, the math. I have no problem to show like video for video. We can show the people what we make. And on this video, matter of fact, I think I will go ahead and do that tonight since it was said. We'll play a game. I have a feeling tonight we'll have a little bit of time on our hands. I have a feeling tonight nobody's going to hit the link. But I was excluding him. I don't know what the rant was. It's all money. As if I don't always help families like this. But that's fine. He said that. So my thing to him is, if you want to go AdSense for AdSense, but I don't think it's going to come to that, because I did talk to him and he misread the post. So I'll leave it at that, because tonight I like to get the hate channels involved to ask all questions. And what I don't want to do is create drama with Summer Wells' name, like so many people have. This is just me having her father's back. That's it. And since that was even said on the internet, what I will do is show a video. I will tell you and show you a video with Don Welt's name in it, how much money. Matter of fact, there was just one the other day where I had him on a phone call. Before I get to the comments, I want the people in the chat to go ahead and get a number estimated of how much you think I made on that. And for the record, that video has been fully monetized since day one. There's no excuses that it was limited ads or any of that. But it's just ridiculous because I try to go live once a week. That is my goal to this channel. Eventually I'll have to go live here and on the other channel once a week. True crime YouTubers, they don't do videos. They just do lives. Because when I show you a video with 3,000 views, get the number in your head. Don't type it yet. I want you to think how much I'm balling off this man. You're going to be like, what? Yeah, it's real. But if I was live and did that, then people can super chat and do this and do it, and that gets your revenue up. Anyway, it is what it is. The man misunderstood it, but I felt as though I clearly wrote the post good. It is what it is. I shouldn't even be talking about this, but I will address it, and I'll leave it there. I'm not going to start beefs and internet drama in Summer's name. Too many people have done that. And speaking about that, that's why they're invited here. Rules tonight. Rules tonight. My man's been beat up. Y'all been beating him up. Y'all been playing internet games on my dude. I've been showing him. I've been teaching him. I'm not his spokesman. He's a grown man. He goes wherever he wants because he's free. If you haven't noticed, he's free. For all you people who paint him guilty, well, the FBI don't think that. TBI doesn't think that. The local police don't think that. Yes, all those agencies are involved in the case. My man is free, and so is his wife. Unless your YouTube detective is telling you some terrific inside info. And that's right. Next week, I tell you, I have a feeling next week he's going to get arrested. No. It's very simple, people. Unfortunately, there's zero new news in the Summer Wells case. It's been at a standstill for months upon months upon months. Multiple law enforcement agencies involved in it. The only updates that you get is created bullshit from creators. If you think about it, blue couches, the timeline that everybody doesn't have, not the timeline that they've gathered through events when they've hit panels like tonight. Sorry, Don, so rude. Here you go. But nobody has the official timeline. Then people will say, how does he have a timeline? He wasn't there. These comments come after I have the man on telling people him and his wife sat down. You people play these internet games and try to trick the man up. And I literally have a voice recording of somebody offering that to me. I'm not going to play it. Not tonight. I'll save it in a clutch. It's all y'all been doing. There's no new news. There's nothing, unfortunately. More comments are this. Well, why don't they search for, they don't care about Summer. They don't even search for her. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. There's people out there who have been with them riding around town putting posters up. I don't know if it's from YouTube or not. People go behind them and take them down. Not only that, because of these shit bags on YouTube, when they put the poster up, Don, you can grab the link. When they put the poster up in a mobile chevron, the business people do not want it up. It is sad for me to say this. It is like negative attention to the business. That's what you people are doing. You're hurting the case. Any Summer Wells video in the last year that has been came from a hate channel, an anti-Wells, it's drama related. It is drama related. That is it. It's not that hard to figure out. What's up, Arctic? Hey, Don, if you're in the chat, I dropped the link. What's up? Really? All right. All right. I'll do. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett. That's true. I like to have fun. I don't claim that I'm an internet detective. I like to have fun. It's common sense. We could be serious. We could have fun. It's just you don't. Your name is a celebrity, dude. Look what your screen name is. He gets a timeout. Somebody give him a timeout right now. You get a timeout. You get a timeout for not being real. You're so much of a coward. You make your name is Jimmy Buffett. Timeout. Timeout. No, give him a ban. He gets a ban. Gets a ban. What's up, Couch Clips? I am very glad that you're here. I was going to bring you up tonight and Heels in the Air. I was going to bring both of you guys up tonight. I'll go ahead and say it now. Hey, text on. I think that I hate to call you guys clip channels, especially Heels in the Air. She got more subs than me. But I know Heels in the Air, moderator, if you would, let her know we're talking about her in a good, positive way. I feel like she's done videos on CM. She's had the Wells back for a very long time on YouTube. Her content is, is strictly on the tragedy pimps, but she's been there for the Wells. Okay, those channels should have interaction with the man. Couch Clips, you as well. You as well. I respect that you shit all over Share. I appreciate it. I really do. Sub up the Couch Clips. Another one that she's welcome tonight too. Hit the link. It's already dropped. But everybody wants Don on panel. Everybody wants Don on panel. Where's everybody at with the questions? You have to have a list. By now, you'd have to have a list. Yeah, I think he should communicate with you, Couch Clips or Heels in the Air, because y'all do have their best interest. Y'all do. You might not put it out as much as you want, but you're doing way more than a lot of these other scumbags. That'd be my advice to him. Speaking of him, where'd he go? Was he in here, wasn't he?
I don't see the link in the chat anywhere.
Oh, I'll drop it again.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Damn, they don't want to come and talk. All the videos, people, how many times do you see these people do this? And where's Candy? Or where's Summer? Don, tell us about the 15th. And where were you at 5:30? Don! We're going to answer all of them tonight. But here are the rules. Y'all been digging my dude too long. Y'all been trying him too long. If you come up here, I ain't going to talk no shit. You get your question, whatever you got on your shoulders, whatever conspiracy theory whatever is on your pretty little mind, the man is here to answer you. when he is done answering you, and I'm going to referee it, there's no interrupting each other. This is how communication goes. One asks a question and doesn't get interrupted, and one answers it. It's just that simple. And then when you're done asking him his question, since he doesn't know YouTube, and for Jimmy Buffett, who was right about the drama post, I know YouTube. So I'm going to ask one question about you. And it's just that easy. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You could yell at the camera all you want. It's not going to happen. You really don't want justice if you don't come in here and get your justice. I mean, it's just conspiracy theories anyhow. But if you want answered theories about couches and everything else, about flyers and posters that you've never mailed, all you do is try to burn this family and shit on them. Benjamin, anybody, Cher, Benjamin, Molly, that lady with the bullhorn, y'all are all invited tonight. It's just that simple. It's a 1-for-1. It's just that easy. And if you don't, come on. Well, you leave me no choice with my guest to just roast you. Yeah, innocent until proven guilty is absolutely right. Some of these comments, I hope that Jesus Christ, none of you people who leave these crazy ass comments with nothing behind it, no substance, no value. You have no proof to what you say. When you leave these negative comments, you're going against like multiple local police agencies. Now, I know you sleuths on the internet, especially with the ego-driven and inflicted YouTube creators. I get it. I get it. You took the special criminal justice class that they offer, that the detectives and homicide investigators, that they just give it to you. It's in your YouTube studio. I get it. You have the special skill. One dude, very fat, like very large, very large, likes to rip off very gorgeous women, if you will. Said, I'm not talking to Don. Oh, there. I'm sorry, Bubba. I see you. Said, I'm not a scrub. I never heard a man say that word ever. I'm not a scrub. That is a term for women. What's up, Bubba?
Oh, not much.
There's no shows.
Yeah. Yeah, they want me to go on.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. They yell at the camera nonstop.
Yeah.
Where they at with it? I thought they'd have a list on.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Chat, this is like a troll field day, people. Go get them. Go get them. If you're subscribed and you're hate watching, and you're not leaving a comment or in their DMs, man, please time yourself out. Seriously. I don't bite. I can't do any harm. I can't touch anybody. I'm not going to beat anybody up. This is the internet. They're welcome tonight. He's going to answer whatever. Where are all these people? This is not happening right now, people. Don.
Yeah.
Is this happening?
I guess so.
They just yell. If I would have, man, I already apologized to you. Because I went down that way of thinking in the beginning. But I wish we would have connected in the beginning. You cut a lot of these shenanigans out. This tomfoolery.
Yeah. There's a lot going on, and a lot of people, were turned in the wrong direction. There was a lot of I don't know how to say it exactly. I'm really tired. You have to forgive me. I'm trying to think and stuff, but I'm really wore out right now. But I'm here with you though, best I can be right now.
It's okay. All right. So since, listen, here's what's not going to happen. None of them are going to hit the lake. It is the
No,
same thing. Remember, I told you if I challenge this dude to a sumo wrestling, I wish I could have offered you a winning lottery ticket.
that's
On
right.
the internet, these people are tough, and they're very tough behind this camera. But what I noticed is, if you set up a legal like boxing event or something, they will run from the hills to the hills.
Yeah,
Uh, it's very easy to pick apart these cowards. But listen, man, I was talking about the flyers, okay? Because there's a guy. He's really like he's very large. He's like a real fat dude. And he does like these romance scams. But he apparently he mailed you like 5,000 flyers maybe or
yeah.
500.
We
Yep,
never got the flyers. Yeah,
never got them.
never got no flyers from him. Nope.
That guy yells at the camera a lot. And you know
Yeah,
what, Don? This guy, he goes on Critter Farms channel, okay, and
yeah,
addresses Prayer Garden of America, the
yeah.
old lady, but he won't do the same here.
No.
You have to think about that. If you're in here hate watching, that's not a debatable statement. It's not.
I really just wish they would quit tearing our family apart. I mean, I know, we've made some mistakes. I get that, but we don't deserve all this. We're already missing our daughter, and then now, these guys, these hate channels. I'll just go ahead and say it. CM, Josh, they're just riding that hate train, making all this money off our family. And they're tearing my wife apart. They've said things about my boys, 12-year-old boys. What is it with Chris McDonough and 12-year-old boys? I don't get it. He's always going after young kids.
You're
You
right.
know, like
I did a live on him. You're right about that.
trying to throw those three boys in prison for life, or that girl that ended up dead, stabbed, and they finally found the homeless guy who had actually committed the murder. But he
Yeah.
was so
So,
hollow on sending them to prison.
yep.
You know,
He used police tactics,
there's
homicide,
something there's something
homicide.
up with
Yeah.
there's really something up with him.
Absolutely. He's a
He's gone.
homicide investigator for multiple years, people, decades. With
Yeah,
police.
he's educated. He's definitely educated, but and he calls he says he won't go on a criminal's channel or whatever. I think what he does is more criminal than, I mean, right up there next to murder, in my
Well,
opinion. The
yeah.
things he's doing, what he's doing to my family, what he does to my wife, and then trying to say things like that about my kids, my boys too. I mean, what is
Can
wrong with
you,
this guy?
can you elaborate on that?
Well, he's trying to say, some sexual devious stuff about my oldest son, a 12-year-old boy. He doesn't even know anything about that stuff. He was brought up in a home where we don't have that. We don't have pornography and stuff laying around the house and stuff like he would like the audience to think or whatever. We don't do that stuff. He doesn't have a clue what any of that stuff is about. And I'm just so sick and tired of them tearing our family apart and tearing us down day after day for the past 2 years almost. You know,
You know that guy speaks at he does like he charges people to do like speeches and stuff. It would be very simple to contact where he goes and talks publicly and just
right?
give a testimony of what the guy's done to you. He's not a cop. He's not a cop. He's on
No,
YouTube.
he doesn't have the
He might have
resources.
been one. He might have a pension for one, but
He
he
claims
does.
he has all these resources and all this stuff. He don't have nothing like that. He has YouTube and people and
He's got.
his hater followers is what he
He's got.
has, and that's all he has. I don't need him to go to Cold Case Foundation. Do not need him. Anybody
Right.
can freely go to the Cold Case Foundation. Don't need CM to do that.
Right. And then he says that you refused his help Why would you want anything to do with him? He's not even a cop. He was a
No.
cop. He was a cop. Okay, he was a detective, and when he was a detective, he used police tactics to trick and manipulate multiple minors into forcefully confessing to a murder they did not commit, who later was sued for it. I showed the paperwork. What very clear to see is the simple fact that he made a video about it saying that he didn't. That's what frustrates me with YouTube, because people don't do their own research.
He acts like
huh?
You know, talk about your wolves in sheep's clothing. He acts like he's the greatest cop of all time. He knows more than TBI, FBI, and Josh wants to be just like him. Oh my goodness, he acts like he's just the greatest. Talk about your sheep and wolf's wolf wolf in sheep's clothing. That's exactly. He's the biggest snake I've ever seen in my life.
You remember that video? You were like, that was a good video that person did, and I reached out to them for you. Heels on the ground.
Yes.
What I was saying before you hit the link was, these people that want to be friends, to get you on panel, to ask questions, and then double down, to twist your words, backstab you, all this fuckery that's happened. Man, there's some clip channels, man. I think they've always had your back. Okay, this Heels in the Air has done videos on what we're talking about with Chris McDonough. And I don't know. I think if anything, man, if you want to use the reach, you should, it's up to you, but you should outsource them, because they've had your back. Couch Clips is in here too. People like that. These other people are just scumbags.
Well, yeah, it's not right what they're doing, and I've talked to some lawyers and stuff, and what they don't, I'm not trying to say anything, but, well, I probably won't go there, but,
I would move it off the air. Don't even give them any game. But you should definitely follow through. I know what you're about to say. But yeah, that guy, PM, is, so for the people who don't understand, this guy has literally reached out to multiple people in his family and Candace's family. And I'm going to tell you straight up, through personal conversations. I've spoken to his daughter before. We did an interview. The guy has a big family. And this guy's like reaching. He's the guy that also went to the house to record. He is no better than a drama YouTuber. Okay, he went there. Okay, he plays these 1980s Oceanside homicide games, like he did with the little boys. Okay, and then you have YouTubers who do true crime that would literally suck him dry if they had the opportunity. And then and he's trying to school them on his little tactics. This guy has the balls, after hurting the Wells, after smutting the Wells, to look at the camera and say, "Why don't you want my soap, Don?"
Yeah, exactly. Hell no, I don't want his kind of help.
Want anything to do with you?
Hell no.
Get out of here! And you ain't even man enough to hit the link. Why don't you hit the link and speak about your grievance or anything that whatever you're doing with your tampon over there? Because you're a coward. You're no better than anybody else. You were a cop, bro. You went to YouTube.
I mean, I pray for him. I hope the best for him. That's what we're commanded to do, and it's hard to do, but when they've done so much damage to our family, and based on what CM has done, a lot of other YouTubers went after us and just followed suit and went right in there, got me fired and just caused us so much problems in our life that it's just unbelievable.
So the fire thing, you told me about the company. That there's another one, Bullhorn Betty. She's already caught. This is old news, but she's already caught on a live. She literally is telling people, looking at the camera, and people believe this shit. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm still in communication with Don Wells. We're like best friends." Uh, that is the furthest from the truth. The furthest from the truth. But these people on YouTube can be so gullible; they believe anything. Anybody with a brain, who would like line that up? How does that connect the dots? This lady got the man fired. Okay, got the man fired, and she still has enough balls to say, "Oh yeah, we're still in communication." It is crazy, man. It is crazy. What? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So with Josh, this guy, I can't believe he told you. He's like, I'm not, but Don, I'm not a scrub. Like, what man said that? That guy really thinks he's a detective. It is funny. The guy that pays $9,000 per ounce. It's weird
Yeah.
that that CM, this great cop who smuts you and wants you to have his assistance. Well, the problem is he's best friends with Josh, and he didn't want to come on a criminal channel, is what he said about this one. The problem is, well, luckily there was no charges formally pressed on Josh because he was doing a romance scam on multiple women, and he's like flat out lying, saying, "Oh, I owe $9,000. Listen, 9,000 for an ounce or pound. I forget what he said, but that's way overpriced on either one. I don't know why Chris CM associates with people like this, especially after it wasn't just that he was selling the dope, but then he said that he was robbed for the dope.
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
go out and said that they're going to shoot up the house.
that's just lies upon top of lies on top of lies. Nobody pays that much money for weed. Everybody knows that. Nobody's that dumb. It sounds more like to me he was caught up into some more major drugs than that, and Chris M's just hanging right in there with him like that's not criminal activity at all.
Well,
That's just
exactly.
not,
Wouldn't a homicide detective for 20 plus years know the price of bud?
right. And ain't weed legal in California? When we was
Exactly.
out when we was out there in Hollywood, they was smoking it all over the place. That's all you smelled is weed. As soon as you walk out of your hotel room, it's everywhere.
I got this one, Don. Mama to five kings.
Hmm.
What part of this are you not understanding? There is zero information in Summer Wells case new in the past year. In the past year, everybody who is anti-Don is literally running game on you for clicks, views, to keep it going. What part of multiple police agencies has cleared the man? I know there's one YouTuber swaying your opinion over multiple agencies. There's no information. There's nothing new. There's no new leads. Like what planet are you from?
Right.
It's annoying. I understand your concern. I understand you want justice completely with you. But the fact of the matter is there's no new leads. There's no new information.
There's
Zero.
no evidence. There's zero evidence all the way around the board. There's nothing. The only evidence we have, what I've said, many times, is the dog going from the back door, the basement door, straight down the dog trail, and then losing the scent at Ben Hill Road. That's the only evidence we have. Period.
Moderating Moist podcast timeout. Raymond remain calm timeout. This listen. Yeah, ask a good question. You're not going to come over here on stock accounts because you're too much of a coward to hit the link, or you're not gonna minion for someone who is a coward.
Right.
This is their words. They want answers from Don Wells. I'm providing it. There's nothing. I'm providing an opportunity. The only thing between them asking the question is time, space, and balls. That's
You know,
it.
and as far as the timeline, you know, we've told people a lot of things, but we've left a lot of things out because we're not supposed to talk about the timeline. So there's a lot of things that we've left out purposely. But we talk about certain things, you know, trying to get people to, you know, believe in us a little bit and stop all this hating. But it just, you know, you got people like CM, Josh, Doug, and all these people just continuing this hate stuff and just wanting to keep their channel going. To me, that's what they're doing. It's about their channel. They don't give a damn about Summer. I beg to differ on that.
I agree with that. I agree with that. You could just take a look at a very simple thing as how are they as a parent, and it'll answer a lot of questions, but they'll ridicule you. So I'll ask you a few questions out of my comments, not here in the live, but what I see a lot. Okay, and they're all anti. Um, I completely comprehend that you and your wife sat down with FBI and went over an official timeline.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
smart enough to understand when YouTube creators say they have a timeline, they're
They
gathering information from here to here to here and putting their own timeline together.
right,
Okay?
but there's a lot of information that they won't have.
Exactly. I do understand that as well. There's people that will say this. Where were you at 5:30, Don? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. It's clear to me the answer is very simple, but
Well, to be honest with you, I can't exactly remember. I wasn't looking at my watch when I called 911. I wasn't looking at my phone. I was busy dialing 911. I could give a damn less about the time at that point. I was busy calling 911, freaking out about my daughter, and probably my wife was doing the same thing. We weren't trying to say, "Oh, well, let's see what time it is and make sure we get a time stamp here for the YouTuber." We weren't thinking about that. So I really honestly don't know, but I did see on some channel somewhere that the call in for the 911 call was 6:30. I don't know how true that is or what, but I assume that that's probably the case. That my first 911 call was at 6:30. So but I don't know that. You know.
well, I mean, if you're doing a timeline with FBI and they're sitting you guys down, obviously, if you're not home from work, okay, or you're en route, they're gonna, Candace will is gonna fill in that area, whatever. It's common to me. It's common sense, okay.
Right.
But people are trying to ask that in a negative way to
Well,
push you to push
at
you
that
to go ahead.
at that at that time they probably told us what time the call was, what time I got there, because there was one or two police cars at my house when I pulled up. But when I tried to leave, I said, "You guys are just questioning us. You guys ain't, you know, I want to go find my daughter." And I tried to leave, and I got stuck down on Ben Hill Road, blocked in. The Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill was completely locked in with trap police cars, first responders, and all that. It wasn't nobody going anywhere. People coming in with trailers and four wheelers, or first responders, and we couldn't go nowhere. And that was
So
just, it was the biggest nightmare that you could ever live through. It was just unbelievable. There was no coordination. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And me knowing that she was taken from our property, because if she wasn't taken, she would be there. I mean, that's just simple mathematics or whatever, you know, simple deductive reasoning, I guess I should say. If she, you know, I knew that somebody took her because she don't wander off. I taught her better than that.
right. Hold on one second.
But you could sit there and tell that to Josh, CM, Doug. till you're blue in the face. It'll never phase them. They'll never.
Bro, these people ask you, like, I put a comment on the screen, but it annoys me because I've already talked about this lady, and it's very simple. Um, like, it's aggravating to me, through conversations with you and actually knowing facts and answers to questions, it's aggravating at getting asked the same thing
Over and over.
645 times, different ways. And
Yeah,
that's exactly what these people are doing.
yeah,
I want to tell you this real fast, though. Back to the timeline. Is you said it, and the answer is lies exactly with what you said. What you said was you guys maybe shouldn't say some stuff because for reasons and whatever else, but you want. I think you said you want people to believe you, right? You
right.
got to stop doing that, Don. If you do that, if you stop doing that, bro, hear me out.
Yeah,
It eliminates that stupid timeline argument. That's these and all the hate channels. They have the same argument. It's the
yeah,
same stupid little pieces. It
yeah,
cut the timeline off on them. You know
yeah,
how not
yeah,
going on the channels is driving them crazy?
yeah, yeah. They
Cut the
always, they
listen, dude.
always,
You don't owe them nothing, bro. If
no.
people played that song in the beginning, who cares what people say? You
Well,
go do a thing, man, and it don't matter. Fuck these people, man. They're nobodies, bro.
right, right.
I would
Well,
roast them if they hit a link. Roast
I
them.
know, I
They
know
know you.
a lot of people on your channel can see, what they're doing, and they're just keeping the drama going for their channel, and they're just making up stuff. They're keeping the hate going. But the thing of it is they're destroying our family, and they could be charged for that. They could lose their channel. I think Tim sent you a link on the new rules on YouTube.
You did.
I think I think that's interesting, and they are they're online bullying us big time. I mean, they broke my wife's heart. I mean, and this affects my boys and our everything about the dynamics of our family. It is hurting us tremendously in every way. I think your mic's off, or I've lost something. Oh, shoot. There you
What's
are.
that? Yeah.
Okay,
Now, Michael came in and asked me something. You said what?
okay, I can hear you
Oh,
now.
I muted myself. Did I mute you?
No, you're good. I hear you now.
Okay. Oh no, I muted myself because my wife came in to tell me something.
Oh,
With something to do with our family. It wasn't for the internet. But that's exactly what I'm saying. With the timeline, bro. Listen. I'm never gonna give you bad advice. You got to do what you got to do
no,
what you do. But you don't owe anybody any answer. You guys have been more than truthful. You guys have
right,
talked, and I get, dude, when these cowards and these idiots and these scumbags are like trying to taunt you, they're trying to trigger you. You
right.
jump on. That's all they're doing. And I
Yeah,
understand that, and I'm not saying this in a bad way at all.
no,
Listen,
I get it. Yeah.
you're old school. This internet thing is new to you, but it's new to you. You sent me screenshots and stuff, and I could point out the games that they're doing on you, like with
Right.
the text messages, and they're calling you star 67 when you block them. Uh, these people are leaving voicemails begging you to talk. Okay, they need you. They need you.
But
That tells
all they want to do is try and make themselves look good and how
yes.
great they are and what kind of super cop that they want to say they are when they're not that at all. They're everything but that.
If it was about summer, they wouldn't need you.
Right. Real cops don't go on YouTube and all that. They keep all the under their hat because they're trying to find out what happened to Summer. They, they're not exploiting everything and exploiting our family or anything like that. They're trying to find the real perpetrator and they're trying to find our daughter. Real cop. That's what real cops do.
What is this? Look at this name. I want this person banned. This person's name is Where's Summer 1-800 TVI fine. And the comment says, "Why are y'all not cleared yet then?" Don, this
We're,
person's
we're
name
not in. we're not in prison either, and we're not facing trial either. So that could go
As the
both ways.
father, as the father of Summer Wells, can I please
Yeah,
ban this person?
well, yeah, for sure.
Thank you, moderator. Get her, this person out of here. I don't ever want to see her again. What do you mean not cleared? When did they get? When did they go to jail behind
Nope.
the disappearance of Summer Wells? What planet are you from?
That's
Change
right.
her name. That's her father.
Yeah,
Get that person out of here.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Listen, these comments, man, moderators, if it is a common sense question, I give it a timeout. Timelines from this point on, timeout. We're
But
going to
that's
move forward because no one will ask the man any questions. I guess White Boy will do it.
right.
You guys have
Yep.
all these questions for Don Wells, but you won't hit the link.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
That just shows their true colors right there.
And for the person who just got booted, this is her father. It's unreal. Some of these people on YouTube think if Summer Wells tomorrow was found, this is wood, and she was walking towards them, you and Candace, these people think Summer would go to them.
Huh.
I've heard people say they're her godmother. Just freely name themselves.
Just haters.
It's insane, man. It's an
Pure.
obsession, is what it is.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
what
want it's an obsession, and it's
yeah,
weird.
it's sick and wrong.
Thank you, Lord Cowgirl. I appreciate it. Okay, this lady asked, I asked you this too when we first started talking, but I'll let you take it. Can you read it?
I can't.
It says, Don, do you think Jose was possibly a suspect in Summer's vanishing?
I have no clue. I mean, it's the same thing. You know, the police say, nobody's been cleared. That includes everybody. That includes Jose. That includes all our neighbors. That's everybody. Nobody's been cleared because they don't know what happened. There is absolutely zero to go on. The only evidence, like I said a minute ago, the only evidence we have that I know of, I don't know what police have anything, but as far as I know, all they have and all that anybody has is the dog going down the dog trail and losing the scent from Ben Hill Road. That's all we have to go on, as far as I know.
But why aren't you cleared? Why aren't you cleared, Don? Why don't you jump on panel, Don? Where were you at 6:45, Don?
Right.
Where's the blue couch, Don?
That's so funny.
All right, I want to lighten the mood up a little bit, Don. Can you read this comment, please, on the screen?
My eyes are bad today. I really can't read it, but I'm sorry. I guess
It's me and Don Wells versus the romance scammer and detective scumbag sumo wrestling belt championship.
that sounds good. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Bro, they won't hit a link. This is why for the internet, man. Okay, so timeline thing. Okay, this is gonna be uncomfortable. I don't want to ask you this, but unfortunately, I do know your family was affected. I did ask you this off the record. I'm not gonna do what they do. But when you went to jail,
Go ahead and ask
okay,
it. It's not good.
I will. It's uncomfortable for me to ask it, but
Yeah.
while you were in jail, again, there's
Mhm.
zero new information on the Summer Wells case. Zero, none.
Right.
But as an antic and tactic, while you were in jail, I don't know if he was stirring the pot. I don't even know if he said it, but there is a rumor of Benjamin, the guy that just got arrested for online harassment. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. In Canvas. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at that online harassment. I will say that. He's really good at it. But it caught up with him.
Chatters. Wait, who's in the chat? Who needs the link? My brother like going on a win streak right now, batting big average. Keep it going. Hey, I appreciate it, Breaking Feathers. I appreciate it. He's another YouTuber that supports you, Don. He's not
Mm,
from the true crime genre though.
nice.
But yeah, link is pinned. Wait, who's asking for the link? I don't know who that person is. Do you know who Websleuths is?
I've heard of it, but I don't know who it is. Heard of it though.
I don't know who that person is. This is for the Wells haters. I don't know who that person is.
Let's see.
Queef, you want one for real? Queefy, you can get it. Okay, they say they apologize for believing Chris.
Oh wow, that's great.
Let's let him up for a second. Him, her,
I
whatever. I don't know who it is.
I believed in Chris M. I thought he was really gonna help us. So I apologize too.
But hey, one at a time, because I don't want to look them. Because what happens is the microphone gets all weird, and he's way out there in the hills and stuff. One at a time. Don't be. I just dropped it. No one grabbed it. Just a second. 3 people wanted it. There's nobody backstage. But listen, I'm gonna let somebody up. But if multiple people hit it, I'm gonna kick them for the sake of the audio. Doesn't mean you can't come back up. But who is it? What is this? What is this? Diversionary web. Get your camera on. What's Websleuths' name? She has a channel. No, I don't. Is that Websleuths? Who's Bethany? You got cameras on. Everybody on this stream has. We got to stop that as a trend on YouTube. People turn their cameras on. Come on. Okay, I don't know. Okay, 1 second, y'all. I see y'all both backstage. Who is Bethany and who is Diversionary Web? I would imagine that's Websleuths. All right. First, are you Websleuths? Hello? You're on.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think of Jody Sue's dog, Reaper?
Who are you?
I'm just somebody that watches.
Get your bitch ass out of here. Okay. That's how this is going to go, people. Matter of fact, everybody's getting kicked. I don't even know who the hell you are. I got a Trisha Griffin. Hey, who the hell's Trisha Griffin? Yep. Let's box ourselves on trying to get on. Get your bitch ass out of here. Level-headed. I know level-headed. He can come on. You got to put Websleuths to that. I don't know who you are. What's up, level-headed? I just kicked like 4 people out because you're asking about Jody Sue and a dog for the 4 billionth time.
Right.
4 billionth time. So I'll let you tell it. I've already explained that you don't even know the lady. You bought butt off her boyfriend a couple times, but I guess there's a different way to say it, Don. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, okay. What am I saying? What are we talking about? Their dog? Is that what we're talking about?
Somebody's asking about Jody Sue's dog. Like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've talked about that dog with police and everything, and I guess you could say the dog's cleared. That's the only thing cleared is the dog.
Okay. All right. I didn't know. My bad, Trisha. I didn't know that you were Websleuths. I watch you, Mini Trout. I apologize to you there, Websleuths. You're on. You're good. You're on. You're on. I apologize to you. I don't know who you are.
Hi, can you hear me?
I apologize to the man. So hey, it's cool. There was like 4 people backstage when I kicked you. And she left. Okay, I guess you didn't get your apology. This shit ain't sweet over here. Hit that link if you want, but it ain't sweet. Okay, she came back. She probably got disconnected.
There we go.
You're back again. There's like 4 people backstage. You're back again. You're good to go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, I look like hell. Thank you. Thank you so much for having Dawn on. I really appreciate it. And Dawn, I am the owner of Websleuths.com.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, real quickly, when
Your volume down. Are you on a computer?
okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, listen, if you're watching on a phone and you're on a computer,
I'm just having too much feedback.
your volume down.
Hold on. And Dawn, I am the owner of Websleuths.com. And I'm the one that helped Chris Madonna get his channel started. Anyway, real quickly, when
Okay, we heard that.
Let me call back. I don't know why this is screwing up like this.
A lot of feedback.
Ma'am, are you watching me on a different device? Okay, come back.
Wow.
Level-headed, I'm sorry, bud. I like Level-headed is a friend of mine and a good channel, and he probably had a very good question. I don't know if there was an audio issue. That's why, let me delete. Well, I'll do it in a second. Yeah, I believe she's watching me. It looked like she was on a computer or something, but she was on 2 devices because there was an echo. It was on her end. Right. So she said, that is the lady that owns Websleuths. She said that that's the lady who helped Chris CM started his channel. And she said she wanted to apologize because she believed him in the beginning.
Yeah.
I
believed him in the beginning too. You know, that he was a nice guy and everything else. You know, is it really going to help us? But
let me ask you a
no.
question. In real life, when remember when he went there and his video camera and everything?
Yes.
How was he acting with y'all?
Well, he was acting pretty good, and then the second time he come, I made sure I was home because I wanted to talk to him. No, I can't even be sure, but he just said funny things like I was hiding in the shed and other things. There was some pornography stuff on our TV, which there wasn't. You can clearly see it if you look, you know, and stuff. But you know, and he said that it was a dungeon. You know, that basement was a food storage at one time, and we had to clean all that out. I had to tear all the sheetrock out so I could run electricity and everything else. And I know it, you know, it was in the middle of construction, but it's all finished now. It's all painted and everything. New stairwell, the whole 9 yards down there. Got electric and everything run. So it's
yeah. He was all super friendly with you guys when he came out there.
Yeah, except for, you know, he said some things, you know, for his audience that I thought was kind of odd at the time, and then come to find out, you know, he was just about his channel and himself. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, he acted real friendly at first. He had a good interview with Candace at the lake there at first, but.
What's up, Nerdy Addict? Nerdy's in the house. What's happening, Nerdy? I like Nerdy Addict. Support his channel. Did great work with him. Nerdy's cool, man. Nerdy's cool. Nerdy's good dude. Good dude. So when did it switch though, Don? When did it, like, when he's out there, he's like trying to be friendly with y'all. He's like, did you ever get like creepo vibe from him?
Yeah, I did, and I think he had an agenda, you know, in the beginning. I don't know, you know, I
I
really don't
appreciate
know.
this comment, Chrissy. I thought CM was going to do good things at first. I think he caused so much trouble. He is as bad as
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah, he absolutely is, and I appreciate the way you think. It's very obvious, man. If you just look at YouTubers, like the acceptance of him in YouTuber land, it's like there's people they're doing true crime. They have like a petty following on YouTube, and they are literally starting to think that they are cops. They're literally starting to think that they can solve cases. So when they have the
He's
acceptance of this guy, it's just like they'll literally suck him off. It's weird. It's weird. And then at the same time they're playing cop and homicide detective.
yeah,
They're running romance scams on multiple women,
yeah.
and then when they don't realize they're getting recorded, they're admitting to selling weed with a bad cousin, getting robbed for the weed, and then and then and then after getting robbed, their house is getting shot up. Like, does that even make any sense?
It
Like,
makes
who
sense to
robs
me.
you, they rob you. They're not gonna come back for like more revenge. They already got what they needed. Like, who robs somebody and is like, okay, now I'm gonna shoot up your house. It's just like if they're lying about that to their own supporters, it tells you a lot, people. It
Yeah,
tells
there's way more to it than that. I'll guarantee you that. You know, if
absolutely,
I,
absolutely.
I'd like to go on and say a bunch more about that, but I'd like to see Josh do a drug test. I'd like to know exactly what he's into, to be honest with you.
Bam, good idea. We
Right?
challenge Chris Mc.
Yeah,
Here's the deal. Since
I'll
there's
do
no
a drug
pro
test.
wrestling, they don't want to hit a link. They don't want to thumb wrestle. Nope. We challenge both them guys to a drug test.
You dang right.
That's a great idea. Oh, bam. Oh, that's a good one. What's
Yeah.
up? I'm sorry, Bubba. You there? You here? Can you
Can you
hear?
hear me?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
I can hear
Did you?
you.
Yeah, you're good. What's up, Level? Did you drop off before because of the connection or what?
Yeah, I don't know. My connection's horrible.
All right. What's up? What's happening tonight? Can you hear me? I don't know, Level. Your thing is I don't know what's happening. You hear me? You dropped off. Weird. I don't know what the thing is with the link. Hey, look, with Websleuths, anybody in the chat, I have a number they can call. Okay, babe, drop the number. Websleuths, yeah. Here you go, Websleuths. Call this number. I don't know what the internet or the connection issue you had. I think you just had two devices going because nobody else is echoing. But I don't know because Levi just hit it. Levi, if you want, man, you can call the number as well. And Websleuths is calling in. Okay, cool. Oh, somebody private chatted. Who's this? There's a somebody private chatted me and it says, I want to suck Don. That's so, what's wrong with you? Oh, I'm going to show you some weird ass stuff too. Somebody messaged
I
us.
have this Websleuths on the phone.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm handing you over now.
Okay, hey, how you doing, ma'am?
I am doing great, and thank you so much for doing this and allowing me to call in.
No, not a problem.
Technical challenge.
Hey, I'm sorry for kicking you, but there was a few people who,
I'll get to that in a minute, okay?
yeah. Can y'all hear her?
Absolutely, no problem. I totally get it.
You hear her, Don?
Totally.
Yes, sir.
My name is Tricia Griffith. I'm the owner of Websleuths.com, and I want to personally and deeply apologize to you, Don, for believing Chris, for helping him when he got his channel running, and ever since then, I've been trying to undo the damage that I've done. I'm so sorry.
Well,
Brian.
oh,
She's crying.
thank you.
She's legit crying.
Apology 100% accepted. I apologize too. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm learning. We're all learning. God bless you.
Hey, that takes a lot of courage, ma'am. Listen, I don't know your channel that well, and I wasn't trying to be harsh on you. It was just a lot of stuff coming at me. But you're a real woman, and
Right.
you are. It takes courage to do what you just did, and I wish more people were like that on YouTube. I don't even watch your channel, but I have respect for you just for the sake that you did this.
Well, thank you. My channel is actually quite small. It's my website that is big. It's Websleuths.com. It's a big true crime discussion forum.
I've been on
and
that. That is a huge website. I've used that. That's you?
That's me, yeah. So what we did was, as soon as we realized what a liar and a disgusting human being Chris was, we took down everything in the Summer Wells case because it was all talking about what Chris was saying. And I put an apology up there and I said, no more. Anything to do with Chris, it's done. I apologized to Jamie Wilson because he came on my channel. Chris came on my channel and basically accused him of being under suspicion for Summer's disappearance. And I can't imagine what you and Candace are going through.
Yeah,
child missing, and then having this deluge of these idiots coming down and harassing you. And Don, I just want you to know, there are a lot of people out there that understand what you've gone through.
Yeah.
When people will bitch about anybody, about anything, but this is about Summer, and that's what it's all about. The other stuff, you just forget about it. This is about your daughter being missing. And
yes, ma'am.
We can do it on Websleuths. We have over 200,000 members. We will do anything we can to help. And I know we can't talk about the timeline. I know that at some point when the timeline was revealed, I believe that will answer a lot of people's questions, because things were so confusing in the beginning, and Chris ran the narrative.
Yes.
And so
thank you.
So that's where everybody got the idea. Is there anything that you can tell us that we can do to help you, or anything you can tell us that maybe is new in the case that they wouldn't mind you talking about?
I wished I knew. I wished I knew what more we could do. That we tried, dealing with this and going through all this hell and keeping and still going on for Summer's sake, even though we were being destroyed, in every way. But not trying to pat myself on the back, but I don't know what else we could possibly do. I wish I knew. I mean, with international attention, I mean, whoever has her, she's either locked away or they've done away with her,
Right. Do you think that she could possibly have just walked away? I feel that's a possibility, and then somebody saw her and picked her up, just saw the advantage and picked her up.
I don't. The thing that makes me not believe that is, if she was going to walk away, she would have went down the driveway, and the dog would have went down the driveway. But since
in the woods, right?
Well, since the dog went straight down the dog trail, I know Summer wouldn't go that far by herself. She might go outside the house, to her swing, and be close by, but she would never go all the way down the dog trail, especially by herself to the road. I don't think so. I'm sure that somebody grabbed her.
And the police haven't come right out and said that you. Well, first of all, how's Candace doing?
She's doing better thanks to support from you good people. It really helps her. She's been through pure hell.
I know. Oh my God, I know.
And these people really played her, especially when I was locked up. They tried everything in the world to break her down, and they done a good job. But she still hung in there best she could.
She did. I sent her a small package to the church just with a few little items. I hope she got it.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I just want to stress to everybody, because I know that I'm going to get some blowback for this, and I don't care. But people are going to bring up a lot of other things that don't have anything to do with Summer's disappearance. And that's what we need to concentrate on. And no matter who it is, if they had been treated like you and Candace had been treated, it's unforgivable, the crap that has happened to you and the things these people have done to you.
Amen.
And Chris should be held responsible. I mean, I don't know how in the hell he got his YouTube channel back, but that was so wrong.
Man, can I ask you a quick question? When you hit the link before, you said that you helped him start his YouTube. Oh, with your website, you mean? By like sharing videos and stuff?
Yeah. Well, he asked for, he left Mike from Profiling Evil, who was a great guy.
Yeah.
He left to start his own channel, and I said, I knew him. I said, let me help you. And I posted his link everywhere. I told everybody, go listen to this guy. He knows everything, And I found out pretty quickly what a complete liar he was. And really quickly, let me give you a couple of examples that don't have anything to do with Summer, which we could do a whole bunch of those. He lies about the fact that he was sued because he was involved in the Stephanie Crow investigation.
Yes.
Confessions out of Stephanie's brother
Yeah.
and two other people.
Yes.
I understand. And their calls were thrown out. And then the family sued him.
Yep.
He called me and told me, he said, I was dismissed from that lawsuit. He sent me the paperwork to show he was dismissed. And I was incredulous that people were still, accusing him of doing these horrible things when he was dismissed from the lawsuit. He didn't tell me he was added back to the lawsuit. He appealed his dismissal, his removal.
Is that why he made that video? Is it trying to deny it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense now.
He's worthless.
And the thing is, who would think to go check to see if somebody had been re-added to a lawsuit? I'm sorry, my car.
Exactly.
Totally lied. Has Chris left you alone, Dawn, since,
Yeah.
I don't know when, probably has he been letting you all lately, I should say?
Did you hear that, Don?
No, it's breaking up a little bit.
She said, is he still like bothering you? Still like snooping around and stuff like that?
No, he's not allowed anywhere on our property, but he's on Josh's running his mouth and saying all kinds of stuff,
He utilizes Josh, ma'am. I'll tell you something. He utilizes Josh, and I can tell by the way Josh's verbiage in his text messages. He'll tell Don, like, he'll ask a question and Don will give like a just very blunt, very basic answer to the question. And he'll say, you think I'm a scrub? Like the way he reinforces, like he thinks he's like this big somebody. It has to be because he's getting simple directions from somebody else. And anything they communicate about, he's sending it right to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Josh is Chris's last boy.
Of course.
Amen.
And anything Josh comes out with that is semi-coherent, Chris Madonna is sending him that information.
Hey, I have a question. I have no service, and he would like to ask questions.
All right.
Are you going to do this one?
Not yet.
Okay, because I need that.
All right. We'll stop.
Okay.
1 second.
Here.
Give me 1 second.
There's nobody. No, about to snap.
All right.
You don't want it.
All right. Okay. So, hey, I apologize to you, ma'am. I didn't know that was your website. I would say, yeah, I just got confused. I'm gonna tell you something. I would say almost every true crime YouTuber utilizes your website. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah, and I'm so happy to hear that. That makes me happy. We would love providing that.
Can you please drop can somebody, a moderator, please drop her link to her channel? This lady.
Let me say one more quick thing.
Sure.
The police departments from all over the world read constantly at Websleuths. So they are reading what our members are posting, and I love that. Our members are great. So I invite everybody to join. It's free. You just have to mind the rules. You just got to be polite, not a jerk, and not spread rumors, and you'll be fine.
Do you know any of my moderators?
No,
Do you know any of my moderators?
I have not looked at them. I bet I do.
Hey guys, no, you got a lot of love in my chat. Guys, could you, Arctic, where you at? You still in here? Arctic, you're a Mama Bear, Christina, can one of you guys please share her website and there you are, Arctic. Her website and her channel, please. I really appreciate you coming on that's a real woman.
She's the only one that's ever really solved any cases.
Yeah, no, you're respected in the community, and if no one told you that, I'll be proud to be the first one. Your website is very respected.
And thank you.
You guys have just made my night. Thank you so much, and Don. And
Thank you.
anything we can do for you and Candace, please let us know. And I'm so grateful you accepted my apology. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I won't pick up anymore because I know a lot of people want to get on. So thank you guys very, very much. I'll go back to listening, okay?
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on, Levi. Nerdy's on. I got checking convictions. I got Nerdy, and I got Levi. Alrighty, 1 second. Okay, Nerdy, what's happening? Did he drop? Nerdy's on. I don't know if he's muted. You on, Nerdy?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Hey, how are you? I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I was getting some reverb before. Yeah. I have a quick question, Don. I'm glad to see you doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
I'm doing good, Don. With Lawson's son arrested, when you and I had spoken at the church, you had said that you had a maybe small belief that law enforcement could be involved with Summers' disappearance. With Lawson's son's arrest, especially the nature of the conviction of the crime, does that belief increase? Does your belief that law enforcement may be involved here, and perhaps the amount of time that's gone by without any new leads, do you still believe that, and does that belief increase with that arrest?
Well, I'll say, when I was in jail, when you're in jail, you find out a lot of things. You find out a lot of dirty information on people, and I found out that he was into the meth scene a whole lot, and so he probably knew my neighbor back in the holler there, where we had a lot of drug traffic at the time of Summer's disappearance, and so anything's possible. I just don't know. It's sad that we can't figure it out, and we can't find that precious girl. But there's just, yeah, he was originally charged with 15 charges of sexual battery or whatever, and then they got it reduced to 4 charges, and and he got 15 years, 14 years suspended, got 1 year in jail, and then they said jail was too hard for him, so he got to do his 1 year on home confinement. So if that would have been anybody else, they would have been doing a lot of time. So yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know they were talking about that crazy in jail, huh? Don? It had to be a lot of talk, right?
Well, the kind of charges he had, any other person would have never got out of prison for the rest of their life.
Amen.
Absolutely. That's a good question, Nerdy.
But he was into the drug trafficking. A lot of people in jail knew of Lawson's son. So he could have very well knew our neighbor that was into the meth a lot.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, it just, without any new viable leads, updated information, your response to me at the time stuck with me. And I think, it's not outside the boundaries of what we've seen with other cases with law enforcement being dirty or corrupt. When you have a corrupt son, apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I just wonder if you think about that as much as I do. But I'm glad to see you doing well, Don. And I hope that you remain sober.
Yes.
And I hope that you guys work your way
We
and
sure will.
through the troubles that you guys have had. And I asked this earlier. Any way we can help, I think the biggest help for us in terms of a community, there's no central repository of what's been searched, and the land around your home is massive. And for folks that haven't seen the land, until you actually are there and grasp how massive it is, it would be helpful to have a database of land that's been searched already, whether it's by TBI, local volunteers. I know you had two folks on your property when we were there that were searching on the weekend. But I feel like it would be redundant for people to just continue coming out and not have a sort of a checklist of, okay, this is what's already been searched. And I feel those times that would be helpful are really spring and fall when that foliage is low. So let us know how we can help them.
Our private investigators have that information. They know what's been searched, what hasn't. They know what property where they have where you can go and where you can't go. They've been on top of that ever since day one. And they've been really good. They've done. I mean, hats off to our private investigators. They've done all that they could possibly do. And,
well, I don't doubt that. I guess how can, if there's 20, 30 people that are trying to assist them, how can they assist those private investigators without data or open source data? So if it's possible, I mean, I know when your folks go out and search, they then go back to law enforcement and say, we search this grid, right? I would presume that's happening.
Well,
I don't know if there's go ahead.
Our private investigators are in touch with the police, and they communicate often. They keep track of all that stuff. So like if somebody wanted to go out and search, they could get a hold of our private investigators, and I'm at a loss for words tonight. I'm sorry, but talk with them and work with them, but I'm gonna tell you, they ain't gonna work with too many YouTubers at this point because they've been burnt by so many YouTubers that supposedly was there to help and leaked all kinds of information on YouTube.
I worked with this guy, Don. I wouldn't let him up if he was like anybody y'all been dealing with.
Right.
This guy is the only person I've ever seen.
No, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm sorry.
He gets it. He's been burned as well. I've stuck up for him about these tragedies. They tried to smear this guy, and he's all about recovery. He's really good with drones, and I've never met any other YouTuber. This guy, I was live, and he did not want to be he's looking for no clout, no fame. Okay, he's got a very big Twitter following as well. They do a lot of they're good, man.
Good intent.
I can tell you some more stuff off this, but I would. He's
he's definitely welcome.
Nerdy. Have you been keeping up with how many people have shit on this guy?
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. I mean, I appreciate you saying that, but I've never joined one of your lives, man. I love you, but I don't have time. But I saw Don here, and I saw an opportunity to ask questions that you just don't otherwise have the opportunity to. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm not here for clout. I've never been here for clout. I appreciate the following that we have, but look, at the end of the day, I have Eva sitting behind me. We want closure. And I'll be honest with you, Don. I've looked at this both ways. That's the way it should be, right? I've looked at you guys as suspects, and then said, look, that doesn't make much sense. I spoke to you guys. I caught you guys at the church. You may have been drunk, whatever. We want to find summer. We want closure, and whatever means necessary. And I think that when I say, where's that data of where they've been, technology has changed in the 2 years that Summer has gone missing. Drones have changed in the 2 years that she's gone missing. you know, and I just think that AI, artificial intelligence, things will be here in the next year or so that help find answers. And I just want a way to do that, obviously respectfully, but in a way that we can help. What I was saying earlier is that I've met your private investigators or people that were searching on the ground coming out of the woods. But if there are good-hearted people out there, and there are, aside from these people that just want clicks and views, that truly want answers, let those people have the data so that we can help.
Did you fly any drones when you were out there, Nerdy? When you met him at the church, did you fly any drones out there?
No, but when we first came in contact, I don't know if you know the story, but his wife actually was chasing me out back. I was flying the drone just to get an assessment of the land, and they thought I was a part of other groups. And I came back with my girlfriend at the time, and we met them. We actually brought a pecan pie for Candace. And,
I remember that now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I
And then we went about our way because we were really on the fence of, look, we're allowed to have questions, and sometimes those questions hurt the people that we're asking them of, right? And that applies to Candace and Don. But that doesn't mean that's where we land. I think that people continue pulling the thread, and I've said this publicly on YouTube, it doesn't make any damn sense. It just, I don't think that y'all were involved. I'll say I don't think you were involved. I do still have questions, and I'm allowed to have questions on some of the things that happened that day as related to Candace, but it doesn't matter. We just want to have closure for Summer. And it's not just closure for the community. It's not just closure for you and Candace. It's closure. She had siblings that I'm sure wonder where their sister is, and that's really, at the end of the day, if you look at how we've worked other cases, if there's no data there, we're not gonna make data. We're not gonna generate clicks or bullshit. But if there's stuff that we can actually work on, instead of being idle to bring closure, use our hands.
Yeah, makes sense.
I
Definitely
agree,
makes
100%.
You know, we've been through pure hell. You know, I'm not trying to. I don't know what I'm trying to say exactly, but I know they've searched our property like 11, 12 times. They've tore our house upside down.
Everybody,
It's just,
It's got to be hell. It really does.
everybody, like not law enforcement, Don, right? Not law enforcement, but it sounds like when Nerdy was out there, there's like groups of people that were searching or whatever. I'm trying to visualize what he's explaining. But when people organize groups and stuff, does everybody just go right to your house? Is that how it's been?
well, at the time when
other areas, you know?
At the time when he showed up, that's about the time we had all the problems with the psychics and all kinds of other drama going on, and we didn't know who we could trust or anything at that time. It was a mess, a complete nightmarish mess. You know.
Oh, that was the beginning of it. Okay. Nerdy, I didn't know you went up there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't know that because I didn't go up there and camp out at the end of the driveway for 2-3 days. I went out there to assess with a drone where Summer could go, and then got the hell out of there. This is not. I'm not here for views or clicks, and like I said,
I know what you did.
I don't want to get into all that, Don. If there's a way that we can help as a community, if there's a way I personally can help, Eva. I have a new girlfriend, but Eva's well into this community and willing to help. So be happy to just let us know how, and White Boy, you can reach out to me and just.
I'll talk to him when this is over, and I'll tell you what, I'll get back with you.
I'll talk to my. I'll talk to you.
I will try to connect you guys again.
Yes, we'll talk to the PIs, and they would know the best thing to do, what's been done, which direction we could possibly go. But as far as I know, there's just no new information. There's not one shred of evidence. So with nothing to go on, I don't know what direction you could go. I don't know. But I'll talk to the PIs. I mean, if you guys want to search, you're welcome to talk to them and try to search places that haven't been searched or whatever. But There's a lot of people that don't want you on their land, you know.
They don't want us on their land, but the drones may be able to help. I think. I just want to end here because I do have to go down. I think the biggest thing, the biggest change that I see right now, at least I just joined, and so I know you went to prison for a little bit or jail, and please stay sober, because that's the way you get answers. There's no way anyone can work with you, and I just want to be blunt, and to try to help you if you don't. And I see that it's 10 o'clock. Before you went to prison, you used to do these at 10 o'clock, and you were already gone. And I want to say I'm proud of you. Please keep it up and let us know how we can help, because there are a lot of ways. You're saying how there are ways. There's data brokers. There's way to raise money besides PIs. There's technology that can be used. If she didn't just vanish, right? I mean, she had to go somewhere, and there has to be answers. And let us know how we can get there.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, and definitely thank you very much.
White boy, thank you for having me on, man. And thanks for having Don on, man. This was unexpected and a surprise.
Hey, always, brother. You know I support you, man. Moderators, please. Nerdy Addict, I always support him. He's a different cut when it comes to these true crime YouTubers, man. You have a good night, and shout out to you and your girlfriend Eva, and everything that you do.
Man. Be well, everyone. Stay sober, guys.
Thank you. God bless.
So, man, he's a big tech guy, Don. He's a big tech guy.
All right.
Nerdy's a real deal.
When you met him, he's almost kind of sneaky, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember when he come up there with his. We talked to him for a while, and our PIs were there.
Good dude. Yeah. He's a good dude, but he's very low key. And one thing I always stuck out with him is he didn't want to be on camera if he wasn't looking for that. He does his own thing, and then what happened was the tragedy pimps gaslit this dude. He's all about missing kids and recovery. They gaslit him in the most craziest way. I believe they said he was on drugs too, or some stupid shit. But it was a jealousy thing. It was just ridiculous. I've always going to bat for him. But it makes sense. It makes sense with what he says about different areas and stuff. He's got this drone. He's good with it, dude. He's good with it. But yeah. Shout out to Nerdy. All right, Checking Convictions is on. Small channel I support. She's got your back. She's a victim's advocate. She's another truthful YouTuber. How you doing, Chex?
Oh, good. Thank you very much. Hi, Don. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I just wanted, I guess, kind of nerdy, kind of asked my questions. It was about searching. Is there anything in the future for searching? I also want to tell you that I'm very proud of you for sticking with White Boy, who really cares, because we just there's a lot of very good people out here that really do care.
Like that was awesome. Sorry, his girlfriend sent a super chat. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you.
There are YouTubers that really do care. I never covered Summer's case. I did share her face and her information because that's all I can do. I'm a factual based YouTuber. I only want to bring out the facts and the faces. The rest of the stuff doesn't matter. We all come from dysfunction, right? It's not, nobody in life is perfect. I think what they done to you actually was so wrong. Re-victimizing and making victims. The internet is a forever lasting place, and my heart breaks for things that were said by other people to you and your wife. And all we want is your daughter to come home. It's so sad. Your sons, and we want your family unit to be whole again. And I truly cannot imagine what you go through every single day, fighting the demons that have been created through YouTube about you. I watch chats and I see some of the most ridiculous questions and ridiculous accusations towards you. It makes me so mad, but it really does hurt my heart, because I'm human. You're human. You
Yeah.
know, you're going through something that is so horrific. I cannot wrap my brain around it. My brother was missing for 12 years. So I do know what it's like to know the wandering, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it wasn't my child. Okay. So I just want to say thank you for giving White Boy a chance to really put out the truth, and for you to be willing enough to answer questions very honestly, like you have, especially
Thank you.
after what you've gone through, you know.
Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
And your prayer, I pray for you and Candace and your children, and someday Summer will be home again. I believe that. I truly do. I don't believe none of this stuff. There's no facts to go by, so you cannot accuse. I am a firm believer in innocent until proven, and nothing at all has ever shown you or Candace to be guilty of anything other than having some dysfunction, some addiction
Right.
problems, which you're taking care of. So
Yes.
bravo, stick on that. It's
Yes.
hard to stay sober every day, but just every day you wake up, go, today, not you, devil, not coming to me, you know?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess I really didn't have no questions. I just wanted to let you know that there are people that really do care. There are channels out there that are not about it.
That's
Because
true.
I could have got on there. I could have made money like all these people on what? A child's
Right.
back. I'm not even
Yeah.
monetized, and I can be, because I don't want anybody to think I'm not going to make money on somebody's tragedy. Okay. I just want to help. So if there's ever anything I can do for you or my team, which is Arctic True, Arctic Fox True Crime, who puts out 5 to 6 videos a day with missing people and only sticks to the facts. He does not go down the opinion, rabbit holes and
Shout out to Arctic.
accusatory ways. Right.
He'll
Hats
go
off to
down,
him.
buddy.
He does more for the missing than I believe any YouTuber does. He puts out so many faces per day. It's amazing. So if there's anything we can do, new posters or new information on searching or anything, please let White Boy know, who can let me know, or
Okay.
Arctic.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you too, and God bless. And
God
just hang
bless.
in there. Know that there are people that really, truly do care.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
And bless you too. Thanks, brother.
All right, Flex. I
All right.
appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you too. Thank you so much for doing this for the community.
Hey, not a problem.
All
Always.
right. All right. Thank you. Have a blessed night.
All right, Don, I give you 5 minutes. You're getting question after question. Here's the thing. I really wanted the hate channel to come up, but it hasn't been bad tonight. Very supportive. That lady really surprised me, man. That was cool. She did that.
Yeah.
Have you gotten? Besides, I apologize to you. She did. Besides that, have you had a lot of that?
A few, a very limited few, but a few. Yeah. A little
Just a
bit.
handful?
Yeah. Yeah. Some people would never do that, but there's a few that do. That's for sure.
Heels in the air. I wanted to get. I haven't felt people backstage. We got to give them a minute. Just give them a minute. People, getting question after question. You know what I mean? There was a couple comments here. I don't understand people. I wanted to cut a couple people out. Why are people repeat the same questions? It's just so, I don't understand this. How have you been? I don't know how your mental health is. I get aggravated, bro. Like, since the chat has started, I've already asked my moderators to ban and hide people, and people ask the same thing. It's just like, what is wrong? It's frustrating, man. But I mean, I don't know. This has got to be it's not funny. It's frustrating to me, but it's got to be, that's got to get old on the same stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably the haters from other channels, I'd say. I figured they'd be in chat.
They ask the dumbest things. It's just like, you already explained it 45 times in 4 different languages, backwards, diagonal. Like, what aren't you registering? What's not fitting in? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Oh, before the chat, I did promise I would tell you a monetized from the beginning Don Wells video, since I was utilizing this for revenue. Okay, the last video. Here's the analytics, people. $5.53. Not even worth a pack of cigarettes. But that's a video. That is a video. Okay. If I was live, you know, look, I've gotten a few donations being live. I should go live more, but I work. I don't make YouTube a career. Some people do. Some people do. Not me. I struggle to go live once a week. It's just the silliest thought in the world. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. If I say something, I'm going to do it. Would love to see some of these channels that talk about the wells so much do exactly what I just did. You'll never see that on YouTube. Never. Never. Done. Okay, look at this person. Don said places on his property where private investigators can or can't go. What defines an area that can't go? Okay.
Like private property where people won't allow searches or something of that nature. Some of them people up there are nuts, you know. But you don't want to go up there and just start searching around there, because some of the people are crazier than hell. You need
this is like the deer stands, right? Or what are they called? Blinds.
Yeah, I mean, because of all the stuff that these other YouTubers like Bullhorn Betty, for example, come up there and screaming and yelling at all our neighbors and stuff. They won't let, because of that, they don't want people up there, period, because of what they've done and the damage they've done. They've hurt people. My one neighbor, she's brokenhearted because of what they've done. She just lost her husband, you know. And,
I can imagine some of these people just drilling her too. And yeah, I can only imagine, man. Damn, I didn't think about that. It's nuts. It's nuts. That's nuts.
You know, and I'd like to say, you know, they talk about us having, you know, a criminal past, you know, and stuff. Well, I really believe what some of these tragedy, you know, what these people are doing, Chris M, Josh, and all that, is way more criminal. I mean, what they're doing, the lies and everything they're doing, trying to get me railroaded into prison and everything, false allegations and stuff, is more criminal. I mean, up there next to murder, in my opinion.
Listen, that lady said a lot, dude. She said, because we were talking about this on the phone. Chris, I knew something was up with that video he made. He does not like when people talk about how he coerced those minors into confessing to a murder they didn't do. He doesn't like when YouTubers review that. He even made a video about it. Then he sends this lady who has one of the biggest sleuth websites there is, papers dismissing him from the lawsuit. Man, what a snake. What a snake. Because what she said is true. Who goes and looks to see if someone got re-added? She did. Evidently she did, which is why she apologized to you. But that's the tricks and games these people play, man. That guy is a scumbag. You're absolutely right. Look, he utilizes the system on YouTube. One thing I hate about true crime is, dude, people are here for all types of reasons. People watch this type of stuff for all types of reasons, whether they're dealing with grief, whether a situation like what's happening with your family has happened to them. There's so many different ways people are locked in and watch, but there's one thing in common: they all have bleeding hearts. They all they all want justice, and they have bleeding hearts. This guy, man, look, homicide detectives go to school. They got to know. They got the psychology games down pat. If you're having an honest conversation with yourself, okay, and what I just said, if you're sitting here watching this and you don't think he's applying those techniques to your bleeding hearts after what was said tonight, you're crazy.
Yeah.
It's not hard to see these things.
He's got a lot of people fooled and following him, and he tells people what a great, how great he is, and even Josh, he has no law experience whatsoever, and he's got people believing that he can solve the case, and he knows that he don't know nothing. He's just a YouTuber. That's all he's done.
Why didn't he solve the case of who shot his house? Or
right.
robbed his house?
Exactly.
Why didn't he solve that case?
Why was he buying drugs?
Exactly. I wonder how much of the drugs he used on his hate videos towards you. I wonder how many video lives that he's done on those said drugs. Imagine this. Imagine the drugs that he said he got robbed for. He's using, doing hate videos towards you, and he's got a guest co-pilot for the night who's a homicide ex-detective. Where's Heels at? I dropped it for Heels. Long gone, I appreciate it. CM did a live on the card team in Summers Caves. He talked about all this high security websites that he didn't have access to. Where is Heels? I dropped it for you. I got a couple people backstage. You want to have them up, Don?
What's that? Yeah.
Let me. All right. What's up, Miss Lori?
Hi. Oh gosh, for some reason I feel nervous. Hi, Mr. Wells. God bless. I'm sorry that your daughter's missing. This has really hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
My thing is, I want to paint a picture of who she was, like, or who she is as you know her, like her personality. And I mean, her picture, she looks happy to me. She looks like a happy, normal 5-year-old. I saw her in a little cute church dress that you put out. Let me see how I can phrase this. As a mom, I just want to know, like, I guess, okay, you went to church every Sunday, right?
Every Saturday.
Oh, every Saturday. So you're churchgoers, which is good. On Mondays, did she participate in any tap dancing or baton twirling? I know
she loved to try, she done the best she could to try to dance to the best of her ability with no dance lessons, you know. She
like to just jump around and skip.
Yeah, I mean, our church has a lot of programs, though. They teach the kids, you know, how to play music instruments and all kinds of things. They're really involved with the children, and I sure wanted the kids to grow up in that church, you know. And
so was she a part of the choir or something like that?
Well, she sung the best that she could. She hung around Robin a lot. Robin was the Sunday school or the Saturday school teacher, I should say. But and they were always doing all kinds of fun things all the time. and I could see that, why Summer would want to hang around Robin because Robin's just a really good
Would
person.
she say to you, "Oh, Daddy, I like Robin," or "Oh, Daddy, I like Church"? Did she express her feelings? Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, one thing Summer liked to do though, in church is she would go visit with Robin for a while, and then she would come over with us for a while, or if Robin was on stage singing, then she would go up on stage and be with Robin. She would do the. I sat with Robin here a while back, um, and I could hear Robin was singing, and I suddenly understood why Summer wanted to be around her so much. She's just
well, she
Robin.
was a good teacher, right? A good,
Oh
happy
yeah, yes, yeah. I mean,
person. Yeah.
and I could, me and Candace don't sing too well or anything. Candace wasn't brought up in the best of ways or anything. I mean, she's trying though. Candace is trying hard
Was
to
she
do
ever
better.
a Girl Scout? Did she like scouting?
Well, what they have in that church is called oh, Pathfinders is what they have in that church, and so the kids get involved in Pathfinders, and they do all kinds of things. They go on trips and hiking, all kinds of things all the time.
So,
They're
like, she has some survival skills, even though she's 5. She knows how to, like, set up a little fire, right?
well, I don't know if I wouldn't go that far, but
No?
but they've done a lot of fun things. Just heavily involved with the children and church
No.
activities.
What would she say to you, though? Would she say, what were her likes and dislikes? Did she? I'm trying to
Um,
paint a picture of her, like,
well,
who she is.
we used to like to watch, videos when on our leisure time, and on YouTube, would watch videos, and she would always want to watch the Godzilla video. She liked that, and
Yeah,
she
that's a good one.
she said that's the good monster taking care of the bad monsters. And
Yeah.
she was just really intrigued by that video, and I try to tell her that that's not an actual. It's not actually real, But she was intrigued by it.
Did
And
she
other,
have a good sense of what is real and what is not? Like, what is imaginary?
I think so.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, she was only 5, but she was very smart for 5 years old, for sure. But most girls are.
Yeah. Well, girls tend to be smarter than boys.
Well, yeah.
Just want to say that. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
A lot of love in the
What would be her favorite snack? Like, did she like chocolate ice cream or
Well,
what?
yeah. But she liked all the kind of foods that I like. I mean, you know, I don't know. Um, she just loved to run around the church and be a free soul and visit everybody. And some of the church members would get mad, but finally everybody just kind of gave up on making her sit still because he wasn't going to make her sit still.
She was on the wild side. Did she
Yeah, we
like to
tried.
like bake cookies? Was she like a cookie maker or a cupcake maker at church?
Well, yeah, in church, anything, she made, they was getting into making jewelry there for a while, and she made Robin the necklace and the earrings, and made, I think, herself a matching pair or
Oh,
something.
that's
And
nice.
we got
So
videos,
she
and
like
she
Don,
was
that
so,
lady Robin is doing all right. I know, I believe I heard, I don't know for sure though. She's got a lot of, like, I know she's got a lot of shit from YouTube too, right?
who?
Uh,
Oh, yeah, Robin did, yes. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they
Um,
even come to church and done videos, and even Robin done a video with Chris McDonough, and
really? Damn.
yeah,
Well,
wow.
we were all fooled by him. Yeah,
but she's holding up though. Like, I know.
she
That's cool.
recently she lost her dad, and then she lost her mother, and she's
Wow.
hanging in there. But her daughter, was really close with Summer, and it's close to the same age. So when Summer disappeared, her daughter had nightmares for a long time, has been having a hard time dealing with it, thinking that the same thing's going to happen to her, kind of thing.
That's her
'Cause they,
cousin, right? Her daughter?
no, it's not her cousin. We're not blood relationship, just church family.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
See, I
So her
want to just talk about who she is. So she's a little girl who likes to make jewelry. And
she likes to think of herself as a princess. Of course, I think all girls, would do that.
She has the princess attitude.
Well, you can
Okay.
see,
Like,
I got a couple of other people down here. I'm gonna get them on, and then.
but you can see in that one video where she's dancing in the rain.
Yeah. I'm gonna let other people up, Lori. All right.
what?
I got a couple people backstage.
Oh, okay. I just was trying to paint a picture of her. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Good talking to you. Thank you.
Nice talking to you. God bless.
You too.
We're gonna find her. We're looking.
Okay,
Thanks.
good. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. I do have something to say. Wifey, you hit the link. Wifey. I don't know. That's so sad. Yeah, it has touched a lot of people. It has touched a lot of people. Summer was a look, she's a cute little girl, and it's about huge. People it's like a magnet to people. It's difficult to explain. Would you agree with that, Don?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, something about her just grabs people, like just grabs with a big bear hug and doesn't let go. It is it's hard to put in words, but with that said, man, she's a little girl, and when you were speaking with her just now, I know it's hard to talk and read the comments. I struggle with it, and I do this thing, but you have a lot of love in the chat. You have a lot of love in the chat. The whole night you have. Been some haters in here, but they've been getting kicked out. What I don't understand is people who that do true crime that use her for their own agenda or to that Summer Wells would not like any of these people speaking bad about you or Candace. I mean, and that's not just for Summer. Any little girl like that does not want that. It's just strange, man. It's strange to talk to you and know things and watch people that also do YouTube just continually do the same narrative. You at some point I question them as parents because no little girl would want that. It is not. They don't want conflict. They don't want drama. They don't want arguing, fighting. No little girl wants that. No little boy wants that. It's just very strange to me. It really is. This is wifey, Don. This is wifey. Where'd he go?
What up? What up?
He might have dropped off. I think he
Did you
dropped off.
drop Don for me? Get him back.
Let him get a minute and use his phone. If he comes back, he comes back. Been on here a long time. We almost been on 2 hours.
Has it been that long? Okay, so for the most part, people are being pretty good, but this last person did a really good job of being manipulative, and I think that she really needs to stay off of panels if she's not going to be respectful and come on with good intentions, because she's lucky I was 5 seconds away from coming in there.
I gotta. Hold on, let me
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I just told him,
You can turn me off if you want to, babies.
no, I'm not gonna throw you off. Not wifey.
Oh
No
no.
smart man. No smart man would do this. Talk to him, babe. I gotta get a drink.
Challenge accepted.
Talk to him. Stream is yours.
Mhm. Y'all are in my hands. Ain't that something? Ain't that some shit? Sorry about that. Yeah, no, we will definitely have to have a little bit more respect and not let idiots come in here trying to sound like they're little fucking sweet princesses when they're a fucking Jezebel and want to be making people look stupid, because that shit don't fly in here. Not with me. And so, yeah. Anyways, how y'all doing? I'm the host, the damaged one. That's me. What up, Dolly? Not you, Matt. The so-called community. Agree with me. Thank you, Sunshine. You texted me. Okay, you probably did, but I can't check right now because I'm here.
Holly, I waved to you when you left. You said you had to go. I did see your comment. To the chat, I apologize tonight. There's people hitting links. I got Don on. And look, man, yeah, I'm a little defensive when people come in because they're trying to get like little digs. I mean, the chat, the haters, when they come in, they ask the dumbest shit. I mean,
Is that the sexy? Hey, pussycat, I'm your sexy lady.
How many times did you ask a question? It's like, what's not registering? It's frustrating.
I'm
so every panel he goes on all the time. Tonight was cool. Look, man, that late Websleuths came on.
I thought that was really nice. Very nice of her to do that.
I didn't know who that channel was. I do know the website, but I didn't realize. I didn't put it together. That was super cool of her, and that took balls.
Dolly Bear's talking dirty. Hey, Dolly Bear, how you doing?
She was crying. She made that apology, and damn.
No, she did. That was really. She almost had me crying.
That thing with the lawsuit. She opened up a can of worms with that.
Yeah, there was proof.
She came with some proof. And then Nerdy had a good point. I don't know as far as, look, man, he has a really good point with searching different areas. Completely agree with that. When people coordinate and group up and want to go out there, they're doing it for YouTube, and it's just like, come on, man, like it's the same areas. I'm not talking about Sam and Allie, who were like one of the first people to go out there and put in work. Dudes running down the street with a sack of potatoes. I'm not talking about him, but all these people who do all these Summer Wells videos. It's just like you're just repeating the same thing, and people will leave comments that 3 different local, a federal law enforcement, a state, and a local law enforcement, they all just forgot to look, behind the house. Like like, what are you talking about? It's just stupid. But that's the group.
I think people just don't realize how silly some of the things that they think sound until it's said out loud. Like, you know how sometimes I say something and you look at me like, what, like, babe, what? Like I made no sense. And like, do you realize what you just said? And it's just like, oh, I have no fucking clue what I'm saying. So they don't think first, or maybe like articulate it properly. And I think that's a big issue. A lot of people don't think before talking, so they just don't know what the hell they're saying. They sound stupid. And yeah, I'm an asshole. So I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
What's up, Candy?
I think that, like, at first, this whole let's paint a picture of summer. I thought at first she like had good intentions. And I thought that it was actually a really good question at first, because she wanted, in my head, I was thinking, that's a great, excellent question to give everybody the focus of this beautiful little girl and her personality. And then she just kept going and going and going. And the more I paid attention, the more I realized that she was just being a snarky little sneaky person. And it's not okay for you to come on here and disrespect him and act fake about it and act and play games like you're interested in his daughter and how she as a person and the things that she likes and loves, when in reality you're only trying to make this man look bad. That's really horrible and cruel. This man lost his children. One, he has no idea what's going on with where she is, if she's okay or not, and then the others aren't there, and you're gonna fucking come over here and you're gonna act like you're all, you know, in love with the idea of getting to know about Summer when you're just being manipulative, and that's not okay. People need to stop attacking victims and victims' families. He has not done anything wrong. And can you prove that he has? No, because if there was proof, him and his wife would not be on the streets right now. They'd be behind the wall. So these people need to loosen up and get off their ass.
Thank you, Jessica, for that comment. Read the screen, babe. Yeah, I feel like that's enough tonight, man. I texted him, hey, that's good live. Look, the live was for hater channels, but listen, people, for my supporters, I don't care about the silent haters. Well, yeah, you know what I'm about to say is truthful too. I put the survey, I put the poll up. What's going on? I said, do you think they're going to hit the link? Yes, no, or come on, Matt, really?
No.
I told him that. I also told Don, look, I'm going to challenge dude to a sumo wrestler match. How about you challenge CM to a legal sumo wrestler match? He's like, I want a box. I said, we can do it legal. I'm like, Don, watch this. These YouTubers are so fake. They're not even going to address it. Because I've been down this avenue a million times. Like it's so easy to pull cards. I'm just trying, man. Look, man.
You know, it's the people that are big and bad. You know, the big bad wolves. You know, they're gonna huff and puff, but they're not gonna knock on your door and click the link. And then you get the other like little idiots that are trying to like be relevant and show off, and they'll click the link and they have zero relevance at all. It's really pathetic when just a nothing nobody wants to come on and try and be silly and be manipulative, and then you have a big time like, I'm a big time YouTube person, but I'm too afraid to click the link.
Listen, heels in the air. Did she call the phone?
Trisha did. Heels wanted the link for Trisha. Thank you, Cal. Thank you so much.
Oh, Heels was saying.
Yeah, she didn't want it for her. She doesn't do panels. I was like, you can keep your camera off, and she said, no, it's not for me.
No,
but so no, Trisha got it.
Listen, Heels. So you can hear it from me. I gotta find out why I can't see your comments. I would never block you. We've even talked about this. I will, as soon as this live ends, I'm going to get to the bottom of that. But I do know you're here. What I was saying is, because I talked to you off here, I know you've been on the CM exposed thing for a while now, and I do know that you truthfully, when I thought to make sure that you got that message from Don, I could tell honestly and that this is that you're trying to help. And I look, you have more subs than me. People call y'all clip channels. I know what you do takes time. I get it.
They're very talented. I don't care what anybody says. They're very talented. I mean, people might hate them because they expose parts of these other people that they want to stay hidden. But these people spend a lot of time. You were right. You were telling me earlier, and I didn't really pay attention until you mentioned it to me. Yeah, these people do a lot of work.
Yeah, but Heels, I was telling Don, and I'm going to continue this. Like there'll be Josh. He's not going to be having Don on the panel no more. But if there's going to be like relationships and stuff, I'd rather be with you. You've been having us back since day one. These people have been burning him. That's what I wanted to say, and I said it.
You did great, and so did Don. You guys both did a really good job tonight. I really do hope that Candace is doing well and that nobody upset Don while he was on panel. I tried my hardest. I'll tell you what, there's a hell of a lot more people in chat than there is me, so I did my best. But your mods did a good job too.
Hey, thank each and every one of my mods. I trust you guys. I appreciate it.
We were all happy.
But I'm gonna
That's
jump
why
off.
I needed the phone, because we were all talking about crap.
Hopefully Noelle can get Miss Erin on, because she was treated bad on the fat guy that when she called the fat guy's channel. She was treated bad. And the lady was saying valuable things about the case, truthful things, and simple things like well, I don't understand why Don and Candace don't talk to law enforcement. The lady's like, what are you talking about? I've been on the phone with them when they called TBI. But this is what all these channels do. It's what, if you look at each hate channel, I don't even care if you don't agree with me. Just hear what I'm saying. If you sit back yourself, not me, telling you a way to think. If you sit back and observe, and just take a little piece of what this hate channel is saying, what's this one saying? It's the same garbage disposal, like backed up. It's a backed up septic tank, is what it is. It's the same talking points on each one, repeated, said a different way, came at a different angle. Again, there's no news in this case. Zero new news. Zero.
That's so sad. And these other people are trying to make up false narratives and spread like false hope and more lives just so that their channels don't lose relevance. You can't build a channel on that. You can't build it on negativity and lies. You're gonna be exposed. This family has been through so much. They don't need that extra crap. But as you were saying about Josh, we did speak with that lady that he kicked off his panel after being rude with, and she and I are going to speak here soon, and she's going to come on my panel. Possibly, maybe if you want, babe, we could dual stream, and we could both have her on both panels at the same time. That's up to you, but we're gonna let her speak and say what she wants.
Let her get her truth out, man. She got shut down, and again, she don't know YouTube.
Right.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's a good thing that I believe Miss Aaron is married, because if not, she could have possibly been a victim of romance scam. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
On the phone any longer then. Okay?
I don't know. He was so ignorant.
He was going to sell, and how much money he needs for the lost said drugs, and then grandma's house is getting shot at. Okay, so we don't know what's going to happen. Okay, but it's just let's knock on the wood. Okay, let's knock on the wood. It didn't happen. Alrighty. Some of these people talk out of their ass to be noticed.
It was fun, like in the beginning when she was able to talk and actually say some real factual information. And then Josh got really upset when she was saying things that were against his narrative that he wanted spread. And you can't do that. If you're going to invite somebody on your panel, you have to let them talk. And you don't have to agree, but you can ask questions. But don't be rude, and don't just kick them off because they're telling the truth about something.
Yeah, so, and I want to say this too to the other haters. You can message that guy and say, "Oh, look, I've talked to Don a million times. That dude has trust in me. What this is what I do over here. I make it a super safe zone. If it's Quentin Simon's babysitter, it doesn't matter what case it is. What I do, like screwing up my record of that. I want to be the channel when this is happening in other cases. Subscribers and people go, hey man, go to a white boy. He'll help you. I don't want no blemishes on my record. And none of you scumbags are ever going to get in any of their heads, because I treat people, I'm real with people. When you talk to him, there's narratives, you pre-planning things. No. I can promise you one thing. The conversations I have with the man are way different than all of you. All of you. And if you don't think he sees that, you're crazy. You're crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is.
Agree.
Love.
How many people contact us and tell us exactly what you just said? They know that we will be truthful and respectful and be honest. And that's why people love you and me. Well, you know, whichever way you want to put it. I mean, they might like you and not me, or vice versa, or they might like us both, but they know that at the end of the day, you and I are never going to be those people. And that's why they trust us and they come to us, baby. Because they know that we're not gonna.
A lot of people we talk to, there's certain families, okay, that I don't really listen, man. We help a lot of families, people. I may not say it and you may not know, okay? But me and Noel help a lot of families, okay? Right here in the community, you may have been locked in, and loaded and watched that case right here on YouTube. I don't broadcast it or say it because I respect people's privacy, okay? But it's bigger than what we say. But again, I'm not going to put a blemish. It's crazy that what, man.
You know, you have to be about your word.
Man, they know what's happening.
You have to be about your word, and you have to really, at the end of the day, have respect for the people you speak to. You know, we have people that contact us just because they want to talk and they don't want to come on panel, but they know that they can have faith in us, and we're going to be honest with them, and we're not going to say whatever they tell us to anybody else. And that really does mean a lot at the end of the day, because out of all the YouTubers out there, you know, we're just little fish in this giant pond of YouTube fuckery, and they, you know, they come to us because they know that they feel safe, and that makes me feel really good at the end of the day, because, you know, I'm proud that people see me in a different way than I may act when I'm talking shit, you know, because I do talk a lot of shit, and you know, you talk your fair share too, but at the end of the day, they know that we are not going to deceive them. And so that makes me really proud in you and myself, because these people, they trust us, and they do love and care about us, and we do back.
Babe, these females on this YouTube thing, they don't want none of you. They don't want none of you. Listen, the dudes run from me. The females are terrified of you. They don't want
I have guys that are terrified of me. I don't know why. Like, I'm just a little itty bitty nothing in a state far, far away from all of them.
They don't want none.
They don't want to deal with us.
I go to that meet and greet people, then people didn't want nothing to do. Noelle hits like a motherfucking man. Noelle hits like a motherfucking man. She's knocking shit out. That unfortunately, these people keep playing with families. We may see it one day, but she's knocking shit out. These little females, they don't want that pressure. And these dudes, listen, man, if you're watching me, I don't care if you dislike me or if from my supporters know this. It is easy over here for me. I already put all my shit out on Front Street, okay? When I first come to the YouTube, okay? I wasn't talking true crime, specifically talking about prison. I put all my shit out there, okay? When I came to this little sector of the internet, you come to find out it is so weird. People will be like so superficial on here, okay, and portray themselves as something, but they're hiding the fact that their father burnt down a house and there was kids inside of it and got sent to prison for like 20 friggin' years. They're covering true crime. They forgot to cover that case. They forgot to talk about that one. But they're talking about Don Weld. And they're messing with my homegrown check and convictions. That's the wrong thing you could ever do. That's the wrong person to shoot at, because now I'm going to destroy you for her. But
right.
They're all the same. They're all the same. They're all hiding all the stuff. So either you just tell the audience, or God forbid it's a dude, and you say, hey, here's how we're gonna do it. A legal boxing match. They shit their pants. It's very easy here for me. It's an easy space.
How many times have we done that? Let's go to street beefs. Man, right? How many times have we said street beef? Let's go. I'm not afraid of you, and I don't want to hear I'm going to mess up my nails. Bare knuckles, no gloves. Let's go.
That's the recipe, people. I just gave you the game of YouTube. That's the game. And if you watch me, you support me from here on out. Now that I gave you the recipe, watch it unfold in the future. Watch. That's my game plan. So if you know that, if you put it in a thinker and just watch it unfold. And when you see it happen in real life, remember me telling you this and be like, damn, that's all I'm going to say. But it always works. I'm jumping off. Noelle, you want it? I'm going to get off.
No, I guess, just I want to say goodbye. A lot of people call them subs, but we call you guys our YouTube family members because you're more than subs, you are family to us. And so we love and appreciate all of y'all. And every time you guys come around and, hang out and just want to spend time with us, take time out of your lives to hang out with us, that means a lot more than you guys realize. It means an awful lot. So thank you guys for that because we have a huge family, and you guys actually helped restore faith in the human race for me, at least, because I was very negative for a very long time about a lot of people, and it's amazing how strangers that you never knew before, and they become family over the internet. So I appreciate you guys, and I love you for that. And babe, you did a great job. Thank you for having Don on, and I did my best. There's a lot of freaking people tonight, so.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for all your help too.
I appreciate everybody came in, all the channels. There's so many channels that came in. I'll try to do a quick run cap. Couch Clips, Heels in the Air, Websleuths, Nerdy Addict, anybody that I'm missing. Arctic is in the Arctic, Check Convictions, Level-Headed, tried to come on a few times. I don't know what was going on.
He called there. They have a snowstorm going on up there. Okay. So they had no service.
Juju Bones, shout out to Juju Bones. Okay, shout out to all the little channels that came through tonight. Okay, and a big shout out to the Wells. Okay, it is tonight was just, listen, people. I knew nobody was going to do it. I had a yes, no, and come on, Matt, are you serious? Poll on the live before I started. Okay? So really, there was an option to see. It was not going to happen, and if you start this in the beginning, you'll see me say no one's going to come on. They're not going to do it. So if you can understand all that, please stop taking these people serious when they're like, "Where's the blue couch at, Don? What about June 5th, Don? What 6:37 at the 30-second mark, Don? Stop."
It's always the same thing. They have nothing new, nothing. I mean, stop with the BS questions and the accusations and do something good with your channel, with your life, and with everybody's time. I mean, it took a lot of courage for Don to come up here because of what he's been put through. And, I understand why Candace tries to stay away from a lot of the YouTubers as well, because they've all done them wrong in so many ways. And, whatever they may have said in the beginning of this tragic situation, they were going through a lot. And, I'm not saying that anything is forgotten or, some things may not be excusable or whatever, but they're not the people that you guys all thought they were when they first came out. They were going through a tragedy that I hope nobody else ever has to endure in their lives, because I don't know how I would be if anything happened to our kids, babe. And I know I have no idea. You and I would just not be okay. And I know that. So before judging people, take into consideration, what if this was my child or my family member? Because you just can't automatically jump to the BS conclusions. You have to get to know somebody and listen, but not just listen, but hear, because you have to hear what they're saying, take it in and understand it. You know where someone's heart is. And these people really have gone through hell and back, and they are good people. So I'm really proud that Don was willing to come on, because like I said, he's been put through so much. And you had the talk with him before we went live, and we both said, hey, listen, we've got this. You are not going to be messed with. And he wasn't. And I'm proud of everybody in here. Everyone, for the most part, really, they were just awesome.
Thank you for holding it down, y'all. Everybody. I appreciate that.
But
everybody.
I will jump off because I know you want to go. I love you. And hey, everybody, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of our family.
Hey, Noelle, try to get a live for them this week with Miss Erin.
Yeah, I was gonna text her today, but I wanted to help do some things, and then we had your live. So I'm gonna text her tomorrow and see what we can figure out.
All right, y'all. Much love.
And I have a Marissa live planned. It'll be fun. So
do it, lady. All right, y'all. Much love. I appreciate everybody.
Love you guys.
And a couple donations tonight. Appreciate it very, very much. And big shout out to the real true crime channels that were in here tonight. The real ones. The ones who cover the case but don't bash. I said your names already. You know who you are, and I hope that you self-promoted tonight by dropping your own links. I know Mama Bear was doing it a lot. Checking convictions, Arctic. Okay, I asked Websleuths to drop it. Nerdy Addict. Okay, Level-headed. Okay, Sluggy. Okay, all you guys, man. You guys may not have the subscribers some of these other what people have, and I'll never understand that. I'll never understand it. But it's so backwards, and you guys are so underrated. But you will get there, and especially if I can help you, we'll get there together.